Hey, how you doing? My man said Look here, you dumb cornhead. There's no sound. Appreciate that. Because out of everybody listening, they said nothing. So what were they listening to? But I appreciate that, my man. So I'm gonna repeat everything that I said. Um, if it's one thing that's constantly keep that I keep going through, and the thing that I'm constantly being marking a box is my understanding of women. Now I've told you guys for years, women of color are the dumbest creatures on the planet. Then Sister Shahrazad Ali came out and said, "You can never expect a black woman to mature past the age of 14." That's what she said. Um, if you can't expect a woman to mature past the age of 14, what is it that you think you're going to get from that woman? What is it? What is it? What is it about that woman that you think you're gonna? How are you expected to grow um, with a woman? How is it? Are you expected to grow with a woman if she can't even mature past the age of 14? So
don't come at her like you're dealing with an equal, because she's not gonna be able to accept that. You gotta go with the average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you're dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you're dealing with an equal, because she's not gonna be. Remember, the average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you're dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you're dealing with an equal, because she's not gonna be able to accept that. You gotta go with.
now y'all been listening to me say that black women are the dumbest creatures on this planet for well over 10 years now. But you would say, I'm sure when you heard me say it, damn, he hate black women. What's wrong with him? His mother. You came up with all these narratives. And then when I heard Miss Ali say it, it helped me understand the narrative. I have been trying to get as a man in my 50s. Now I've been saying this for 10 years now. So let's go back to 45. At the age of 45, I had more than enough evidence to say black women are the dumbest things. Roaches are smarter than them. I've said this. I said, you'll never get a roach. You'll never turn on a light and a roach be like, come on, man, turn the light back off. Oh, come on, man. I'm doing my thing with this crumb right here. Turn the light back off. A roach says, light on, my life depends on it. I'm going to run. I've never seen a black woman in my life that I've met 100% of the time do all things that will put themselves in the best situation. The things that I've seen black women do is the best situation behind them doing it. If I know 100 women, one did it. This is why you could go around and look and see the 4 black women up in the Baltimore correction facility having babies with a man that got life. He'll never see daylight. 200 and something years. 2 of them are on their second baby with him. This is what we get. But when I said it, oh no, there's something wrong with him. Right? As I stated, and with me, I'm wired to energy. When I'm not paying attention to the physical, I'm not paying attention to nothing you tell me. I'm going to pay attention to you based on your energy. Because I'm not engaged in hip hop. I'm not engaged in, Scarface, my favorite movie. I'm not trying to ever engage into somebody from the perspective of an image that I got to portray. I'm going to engage in people based on, this is me here, live representative. Show me who you are. Oh, so let me ask you a question. Out of the millions of movies that was made, how come if you ask 500 black dudes, what's your favorite movie? 499 of them are going to say Scarface. 480 of them are going to say some type of gangster movie. How on this planet how could that be? How could that possibly be? Because everybody is wired to the same energy. I am wired to independent energy. Because of that, when I engage in women, I had one woman that lived across the street. Yeah, and this guy, I'm doing that guy, beautiful woman. 5'2", fat butt, giant titties, no waist, and talking to me like I'm a street dude. Like, wait a minute. I brought this house 5 weeks ago. Did anything about me tell you that I was wired on? I want to be all up in your it. Damn, ma, this is big. Did any? I did nothing to show you that. Why are you telling me this? Because energy. This is where we at. Energy. I've told y'all that in the last 5 years, I had 3 women. One asked me twice. I got 4 marriage proposals in the last 5 years. Why? 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 Why did I? How did I get 4 marriage proposals by 3 women in the last 5 years? All these women knew me for one knew me for 30 years, the other one knew me for 40, 45, 40 years. Why? Let's talk about why I got marriage proposals. Let's talk about why I got 4 marriage proposals in the last 5 years. Let's talk about, but first I'm gonna throw in this. My ex-wife got a divorce and reached out to me. First, I started getting text messages of all the meals that she cooked. My wife, nobody cooks better than my ex-wife. I'm sorry, my ex-wife. Nobody cooks better than my ex-wife. I have never had a meal that was close to my ex-wife. If my wife decided to take a dump, reach in the toilet, take it out, cook it, it would be the best meal you've ever had. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but that's my ex-wife. If I was to grade all the meals that I had, it was her food. And then the next one between slots 2 and $9.99 would be empty. It would be 2 and then 1,000. My ex-wife, can cook that good. So last year, a year and a half ago, 2 years probably now, I started getting text messages of all these meals. And then calls of hinting about relationships. And I'm saying to myself, we got a divorce in 1992. 2 years ago takes us back down to 2023. Let's put a bonus on it, 2022 itself. So I got divorced in 1992. 30 years later, I'm starting to get the woman that I divorced reach out to me for some engagements on reuniting. Since then, she had 1 baby prior to us and then married a man and gave him 2 babies. So 3 years ago, let's go 3 years. 3 years ago, I was 53 years old. I'm an old mother now. I'm 56. So let's go back 3 years. 3 years ago, at 53 years old, and y'all going to start noticing the stories that's going to occur. So 3 years ago, I got the proposal. Now, she didn't ask. She's not one of the ones that ask. I want to be clear. She just hinted and hinted and hinted and hinted and hinted. But I'm 53 now. She's 52 or 51, about to hit 52 3 years ago. And now all of a sudden, I'm getting hints. So now I'm doing an inventory. You done gave the best year of your life to somebody else. You done dropped everybody else's baby. You didn't drop mine. I wasn't worthy. My semen just wasn't worthy at the time, but I was your husband. And I'm saying to myself, now I got to go into her file. I got to go into her file. And I goes into her file and Everything's still there as it was back in 1992, the divorce decree and the motion to file it and all the reasons as to why we got a divorce. And the one thing that jumps out to me more than most is the thing that I see now today. My wife was the first person to introduce me, ex-wife, was the first woman to introduce me to how Black women will put their female friends and sisters before they put their husband. I got introduced to that back in 1990. Totally ignored it. It has. Yeah. I totally ignored it. Do you see on my face? I totally ignored it. My ex-wife told me, gave me, now this is my stepson, and she told me how much daycare was, and I had, I had, after I got done with my military duties, because I was in the military, remember, I got a job driving for Pizza Hut and making money and this and all that, and was seeing to it that my family was taken care of. But my ex-wife said, "Thank you, you two-bit girl. Thank you, you trick." She was on the welfare program, getting food stamps, and she was part of we'll pay for your daycare while you're in school, and told me I was helping her with this school and paying for daycare. So I'm giving her the money, she's putting it in her pocket because the school was paying for daycare. And I was struggling to make sure my family was taken care of, but she was getting food stamps and giving them to her sister. That is still in her file. I, I don't have nothing on record where I'm doing you wrong, but that's still in her file. So now I'm trying to understand why. Why are you calling me back? Obviously, when it came to me, that's how you felt about me. Will you guys agree? That's how you felt about me. So when it came to me, you was giving me a pole in my hole. I felt the twitch, but give me a second. I felt the twitch, but I just thought maybe, I was eating some hot jalapenos or something. I just thought, but this is what I got. And then 30 years later, I was supposed to want a part 2 to that. I was supposed to have wanted a part 2. Yeah. But here's the reason, for whatever. I was supposed to wanted a part 2 to that. But I'm gonna tell you guys why I'm looking at a lot of people get married now, never was married. I'm looking at people just instant love popping up. I am watching. I'm gonna tell you what happens when people get old. I'm old. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All that nonsense. The 56 is the new 46. No, I'm 56. I'm old. All that old. He died 61 years old. Oh, he was young. No, he wasn't. He was old. Knock all that nonsense off. You in your 50s, you old. If you don't think you old, I tell people, go look at a car that was made the year you were born. And tell me what you think about that. Tell me if you'll buy that car. And better yet, make sure it's the best car. Make sure it's the best car that was made the year you were born. If I was to go look at the best car made the year I was born, in 68, it probably was the Dodge Challenger, the General Lee. The Camaro was a pretty looking car. The Mustang just didn't have it. No BMW had the look. No Mercedes had the look. The best looking car in the 68 was probably either a Mustang or, not a Mustang. It was the General Lee, which is a 68, 69 Dodge Challenger, and they used in the movie. A Challenger or a Camaro. Oh, a vet looked good too. A vet looked good. It looked good. All right. But the problem with a lot of people now, they rushing to cement something that is right. And what's right is a companion. That's what's right. Not playing, not having us out in the streets. What's right is a companion. But when you want companion when you're young, it's like imprisonment. Nobody wants to dedicate themselves to that life of coming home to somebody, doing something with somebody, building somebody. So what we see in the black community is a bunch of people that had loyalty to the streets, their girlfriends, their friends, their mom, dad, whoever. Their loyalty wasn't to somebody that they met and was going to give their lives to them. So now what happens is you're seeing a bunch of old people and they meeting somebody and then 2 weeks later they getting married. It's a real hideous perspective because they have the perspective and narrative that their life is over. They have nothing else to give. They're settling. They don't have dreams of still opening up businesses like me. Dreams of still, I'm still some cars I still want to collect. I told y'all. They don't have these things. They don't have places that they want to go. Their perspective and narrative is I'll just hook up with somebody. We'll go on a few trips, post them on social media, and we'll post a lie that this is the best thing to have. But I tell you what, like I learned in law school, my professor told me that anytime you get married over the age of 40, it will not be for love. It won't. So at 56, yikes. I'm not interested in a relationship. I'm not interested in a wife. Not interested in a girlfriend. Not interested in a family. I'm not interested in nothing because all I see is individuals now burnt out and they're benefit hunting. Who got the best benefits? Unfortunately, when you get with me, I know an individual. Her property taxes is $13,000 a year. That's well over $1,000 a month. Her property taxes is $13,000 a year. If you marry me, your property taxes goes away. Why would I want to give somebody this benefit? Now individuals are looking at me now like, oh, Chris was the one. I've always been the one. I've been number one since day one. But nope, they want the tote and carry us out in the streets. So now at 56, I'm just looking at individuals and I'm saying to myself, and they looking for somebody. They looking for something. It's not there. And it ain't returning. It's not. One thing I can tell y'all is this. I have this feeling about life. I have this feeling that when you born, when you uh when you want love, it's almost like your life, you start off life with a bunch of tanks, like gas tanks. And you have love in one tank, desire for health in a tank. There's a bunch of tanks. I used up my love tank early. I have nothing left in the tank. It's not. I don't want. I really hope women that think that they want to start a life with me is looking at this video. I really hope that individuals that you call me every day, I really hope that they're watching this video because there's nothing there. I'm not trying to refill it. I noticed, and the reason as to I can put together why so many individuals got so much love at this age because they never used it when they were younger. They never used it. I'm looking at people and it's like, how do you got so much love to give? And it hit me. Your street tank is empty. Your hoe tank is empty. You're just running tank is empty. All those tanks is empty. One tank you never got to use, you never used any of your love. Your love tank is completely full. My street tank, full. My hoeing around tank, full. My running the streets tank, full. My tank of, oh yeah, I'm just fucking these bitches, full. But my love tank, I have nothing. There's nothing there. Nothing there. That's what makes me feel so good more than anything. That makes me feel good more than anything. That I did use my love and really gave love to individuals. And they said, nope, I'm playing around. Nope, the sisterhood comes first. Nope, my friends come first. Nope, my job come first. All them things that came first. Congratulations. Please don't call me up. Hey, listen, I'm at the point now where all the females that I talk to, I tell them on Friday morning, I send them a text. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'm not making plans with nobody. Now, I want to be clear about something. I mean, crystal clear. I do have that little reserve. You know how every tank has that reserve? But I will not waste one drop of my reserve tank on somebody that I gave to in my past. That reserve tank is reserved for somebody completely new that I've met. But I'm not burning an ounce of my love fuel on anybody that I tried to give it to in the past. You see, I'm honest. This is why I said I hope they're watching this. I'm honest. Because one thing I can tell you is I have never, ever, at 56 years old, met a woman and knew how she felt. I just didn't never know. But I tell you what, the no good dude know how a woman feel. Oh, that woman puts it all on the line for the no good dude. Yeah. But the nice guy, I want all of y'all to understand two things. Stay the way you are, number one. And number two, all of those chicks that said you wasn't good enough, all those chicks that put their family in front of you, their job in front of you. Those are the two main things. Their family in front of you and their job in front of you. They will pull a Schwarzenegger on you. And you want to know what a Schwarzenegger is? You do? Yeah. They'll be back. They always come back. They do. They do. They'll be back. But in the title, I said, and I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. I said they'll call you back, but they're not going to change. Let me help you understand why a woman call you back. Women don't change. They don't think anything is wrong with them. All of them. So these women will call you back under this context. Pay real close attention. These women will call you back knowing that they didn't change. You see, women think that all men want is pussy. Women think that you must allow them to have sass. I don't care about no pussy. And the second you show me sass, the relationship is over the second after that. You know what sass is? Sass is arrogance. Sass is a complete absence of you. This is how I'm going to be. That's what sass is. And what happens is when you deal with a woman that has sass, excuse me, when you deal with a woman that has sass, you're dealing with an individual. When you're dealing with a woman that has sass, you're dealing with an individual that is acting as if, you know, I I I I ain't gotta be loyal to him. I don't gotta they're in that arrogant mode. Oh, it's about me. Oh no, I don't care what you're saying. Excuse me a second. So they call you back, and this is the perspective and the mindset when they call you back. Yeah, you by yourself. You know why you by yourself? Because when she tried to get sassy with you, you shut it down. Oh, so I'm gonna come back now. Are you gonna let me be sassy or what? Oh, and then they check and they see your stance is still the same. Then they put the brick wall back up. All I'm asking for all the individuals that I've ever tried to love, please put your brick wall up. Please keep doing what you're doing because I'm not giving one drop of my fuel in my reserve tank of love to anybody that I've dated in the past. I understand now. I'm not the one for you. I really don't. I really would love it if everybody stopped calling me. What I think I'm gonna start doing is my other phone. I'm gonna start carrying that. The phone that everybody got. I'm gonna just leave that phone. I gotta change this up because I am totally not interested. And I mean, I'm not. I'm just not interested. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to put myself on a dating site. I'm going to get out more. I'm going to try to meet me somebody and I'm going to test to see where exactly I stand. But what I'm not doing is allowing somebody to call me back only to check and see, well, are you going to put up with my BS or what? That's the only reason why they call you back. That's the only reason why they check back with you. That's it. Remember, I'm the one that said this 10 years ago. Women, they don't love you based on how well you love them. They only love you based on what you let them get away with. And if you decide to sit down there and constantly let them get away with nonsense, then that's what it is. Because I'm going to tell you something, and then I'm going to end this thing. When you look at Oprah Winfrey, you see a woman, as I started off by saying, you see a woman that put her energy right where she wanted it to be. When Oprah Winfrey first started off in broadcasting with the Oprah Winfrey Show, you seen Stedman in the background. As she was doing her thing, you seen Stedman. You seen him, you seen him, you seen him. Who ultimately won out the relationship with Oprah Winfrey? Stedman or Gail? Which one? Who won? The female. That's what you see. That's what it is with women. Women of color will the angry man said it best. Their default setting is they don't need a man in the sisterhood. This is why Stedman, you don't even see him no more. And Gail and Oprah are just still running strong. Estrogen for estrogen. Individuals don't have men in their life. I don't know if Gail is married. Let me see. I don't know her name. So, what's the name of Oprah's friend Gail? Gail King. Okay. Who is Gail King married to? Oh, she's married to William Pumpus. William. Okay. She's married. So she got a man. But Oprah, not maybe y'all heard about it. Oh, that's her ex-husband. Oh, see, she don't. So see, this is why you got to do this. So Gail and William was married from 1982 to 1993. Well over 30 years ago now. She don't have a husband. Gail don't have a husband. This is the sisterhood. How is it that I keep saying this stuff and it just lies with the right thing? When you see where a woman has put her energy, that's what she's doing. If she, if you just see it, if you see it, allow them to be exactly what it is they want to be. But like I said, I'm not giving an ounce of my reserve to somebody I dealt with in the past. If when you decide to hook back up with somebody you dealt with, do this more than anything. Pay attention to the brick walls. Fall back. Allow them to come out more. If they don't, they won't.